Welcome to this demo on how to combine images, use selections, and utilize mask on a layer. So right now we're going to put all that knowledge together. We have one image here that is a monitor, and then we have this image here that is a beach scene. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to do a selection first on this image right here so we can create a mask and have a window opening right here so we can see the image underneath. So the first step that you have to do is go to the layers right here, and you have to duplicate the background layer. Okay, there are two ways that you can do it. You can either press Command J, okay, so you can duplicate it, or you can just drag it, all the way here so you can make a copy of it. Whatever works best for you. So now that we're here, I'm going to rename this. I'm going to put monitor. Okay, so I'm going to rename my layer so it says the name right there. And now I'm going to go ahead and do my selection. I'm going to practice again how to use the pen tool. This should be a lot easier compared to last time. So we're going to go to the path. So we're going to practice how to do the pen tool again. And the first step is to go here to this little window on the right side. And you're going to click on it. You're going to hit New Path. And you're going to put Monitor right here. And boom. And then you're going to have your first path right here that you're going to start. Right now it doesn't have anything inside, but in a little bit it will. Okay, so I'm going to select my pen tool. The shortcut is P for the pen tool, and it's right here, okay, on the toolbar near the bottom. So I'm going to select that, and now I'm going to zoom in. And remember that the key part on using the pen tool or any of the selection tools is to actually zoom in so you can really see what you're doing. Okay, I'm going to start on the corner just so I can remember. I'm going to go here, click there. I'm doing spacebar, clicking and dragging so I can move across my image. Okay, and this should be really easy because right now this monitor is just a straight line, so you don't have to do anything fancy. Remember, you can do Command and reposition it. I'm actually going to overlap it a little bit with the edge so I don't have any of that black line. And then I'm going to go all the way up here and close the path. Remember, before you close the path, I'm going to go back one step so you can see it. When you hover over it, you will see a little circle that appears next to your tool icon. And then you can click, and then it closes the path. Now I'm going to reposition this maybe a little bit higher to make sure that I'm on that gray of the monitor. Let's verify this one. This one looks good. I can push it a little bit. You can also remember that once you have the dot selected, you can use the arrow keys to move the dot. It's a lot more efficient because you have more control. Okay. So now I have my path. I'm going to zoom out, Command 0 to zoom all the way out. And now that I have that, I can go here again to my menu, right here in this area. And I'm going to click here and do Make Selection. Okay. I'm going to put one feather, okay, radius right here, and press OK. Now that I have that, I can go back to my layers. And now you see that I have this layer selected. I don't have the background. I have the monitor layer selected, and I'm going to add a mask by clicking right here. So I added the mask. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to click here on the visibility of the background so you can see what happened. It basically blocked the area outside, okay, of the monitor, but has the white here. There's one thing you can do really easy to switch that, and it's Command I, and it inverts the mask. Okay, so Command I inverts the mask. So you can keep doing this as much as you want. Okay, it just keeps inverting it. That's something that you want to learn how to do, so that way you can invert your mask in case you do this selection the opposite way, how we did it right now. So that's really easy. Now we have a hole right here. So I can go back to this image. I'm going to select my selection tool, the first one, or you can press V for Victor, and you can click and drag it up to the other one, and then let it go. Now it's going to put it on top, right? And we don't want it on top. We want it behind that monitor. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here to the top layer right here, and we're going to move it right underneath. And now we have the view of the beach where we want it. So the second step that you have to do is press Command T. I'm going to zoom out so we can see a little bit more. I zoomed out by doing Command minus. And I'm going to scale this down so we can fit it inside the monitor. We're going to have to crop it a little bit because the monitor is more of a square. So somewhere around here probably would be good. And I'm going to approve it on the top right here, or you can hit return on your keyboard. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Okay, so that's exactly what we want. Now, the part that I want to emphasize is the feather. So the feather that I did when I did my selection is how soft the edges are going to be. Okay, and that looks like it worked well. Okay, so you basically use as a reference the edge of things around it, so we have to have the same softness. Okay, so it looks realistic. Now the thing is that this image right here is actually sharper than the other image, so you might have to blur the image or might have to tweak the colors to make it fit more realistic. So that's one of the things that you have to learn as we go, is how to fine-tune the image so that way you can fit the two images together. But right now for this project is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. So you're going to go ahead and download these files and work on them. And you want to make sure that you practice using the pen tool. It shows this particular image because it's easy, are just straight lines, so that will make your life a lot easier. Okay.